Today, we're going to review our favorite pulse oximetry or oxygen monitor. Hey guys, I'm Mike, this is my brother Maddie, and as doctors, we love to talk about medical technology. We really appreciate you all engaging in our discussions about our favorite blood pressure monitors, but if you haven't seen that video yet, make sure to check it out right here. Okay, so this is not an endorsement or a sponsored video. We're just trying to provide you with our opinion, which is based on our medical experiences about what's currently out there on the market. And one final comment before we get into the review. These oxygen monitors do not have sound scientific evidence that would make them a substitute therapy over the standard of care for diseases like COPD, asthma, and sleep apnea. With that being said, we do think that they are excellent devices to use in addition to your doctor's recommendations. When it comes to the market of oxygen monitoring devices, there are a lot of options out there. But from our use and testing, we've narrowed it down to our favorite, the Wellue oxygen ring.
There are many different types of pulse oximetries that you can buy for very affordable prices, but they come with way less features. But our favorite devices include features like a vibrating alert system that can be used for biofeedback, and also Bluetooth, which saves and compiles your data, and you can even use it to send information to your doctor. Now, since we are tech nerds, we do tend to spend more money on devices that are higher quality, maybe more durable, more reliable, and they'll last longer. And the ones that just look the coolest. So naturally, we are more biased towards these higher end products. If you're looking for the best, these devices have so much more to offer than the cheaper oxygen trackers. The Wellue ring retails for about $260 starting, but during this holiday season, we've seen it on Amazon for about $170 to $180. But we have a special discount code that will make the ring even cheaper. Stay tuned at the end of the video for more information. Wellue is a company that has produced multiple oxygen rings in the past, but this newest oxygen ring we think is a huge improvement from the older model. So let's start off by talking about the strengths of this product. In terms of physical looks, they look awesome. I personally think that the Wellue ring looks very high tech and has a very sleek design. Some pulse oximeters have a ring and cable action going on, and I personally don't like the look of that, but you're wearing it in your sleep and no one's gonna really see it anyway. But the way the O2 Wellue ring looks, it's just so cool I had to mention it. It's small enough to wear out in public where it won't draw too much attention. I don't know why you would need to do that, but you do have the option. And these two devices will stay on your finger, unlike other pulse oximeters that use a clip mechanism, and those will probably fall off in your sleep. And finally, I love the fact that this oxygen ring is rechargeable with USB cable, which means you don't have to deal with buying batteries in the long run. In terms of its features, the vibration alarm is really useful. The idea is that if your oxygen drops too low, then the ring will vibrate and wake you up, and it'll cause you to start breathing again to bring your oxygen levels back up. And it works in the same way for your heart rate. If your heart's beating too slow or too fast, you can set the ring so it'll vibrate and wake you up. Another reason why the alarm is so useful is that some people who sleep on their back or get into really deep snoring, especially if you have sleep apnea, can drop their oxygen levels low. And so you can set the ring to vibrate and wake you up to remind you to readjust your position in your sleep. You can also adjust the vibration strength, anywhere from very low to very strong. I love this feature because you can set it so that it'll barely wake you up, and you can readjust and then slip right back into sleep and hopefully not wake up your partner as well. But of course, this will take a few nights of trial and error to find the vibration strength that's right for you. You can set your oxygen thresholds, but make sure you know your oxygen goals. For most people, you can set it so that the oxygen ring will vibrate for any reading under 90%. But there are people out there, for example, if you have COPD and you know who you are, you might want to aim for oxygen levels between 88 to 90% instead of always shooting for 100% oxygen. So make sure that you check with your primary doctor or your lung doctor just to make sure where your oxygen goals should be. And the same goes for your heart rate. Make sure you check with your doctor or your cardiologist to make sure where your goals should be. In terms of software, you can easily find an app in the App Store, but you can also download a computer version as well. Let's talk about the weaknesses of these products. As we mentioned before, the Wellue ring is pretty expensive, and unfortunately many of you will be paying for it out of your own pocket, but I have heard that some patients have been able to get their rings approved with FSA or HSA funds. You do get a 12-month warranty for these products, but they are higher end, so the price is not too surprising. So next, I just wanted to mention that these rings are mostly for indoor use and specifically for when you're sleeping. I don't know why we did this, but we did take it with us outside running just to see how accurate the oxygen readings are, but you can't really use it in the bright sunlight. It's too hard to read the display. The ring size is very adjustable, but if you have very small fingers or if you have really, really large fingers, then the ring is probably not going to fit you. For example, I can fit a quarter in here and there's still a little room for a bit more, but anything way bigger than this and it probably won't fit you. And if the ring doesn't fit, then it's gonna be inaccurate. You could also try it on your toes. For me, on my fingers and my toes give me the same reading, but sometimes that's a hit or miss for other people. Next, I want to talk about the display and the graphs, because if you're a person who tends to toss and turn in your sleep a lot and cause your heart rate to go up and down, this could make the graphs look pretty messy. The rings are not made to track your oxygen while you're exercising, but if you try to use it while you're running, it's going to be pretty inaccurate because of so much motion. But if you're a restless sleeper and you toss and turn a lot, it's sometimes hard to tell which readings correspond to that unless you set up a camera at night to record your movements, but I think that might be a little too much. And finally, the devices don't sync with other apps, like Apple Health, for example. That would be pretty awesome, but that's not an option right now. You can capture up to 4 data sets, but any more than that and it'll delete your older numbers. And I know that Wellue offers cloud backup where you can pay additional money to save unlimited amounts of data.
So in summary, we think that these are excellent devices to use in addition to what your doctor has prescribed you for treatment of sleep apnea and COPD. We don't recommend that you replace your CPAP machines with this ring. We know a lot of patients will make the argument that the rings will wake them up when their oxygen levels are low so that they can take a deep breath. But we don't have clinical studies that demonstrate this is an adequate substitute to your CPAP machine. If you're going to be traveling or going on vacation for a few days and you don't want to lug around your CPAP machine the whole time, then we're not going to give you grief for missing a couple days. But we just want you to be well informed about your health. And please, we encourage you to do your own research as well. Don't just take our word for it. Consider going to the websites, the Amazon website, scrolling down, read some reviews, see what other people have to say about the products before you make the investment. If you have sleep apnea or COPD, or you are currently in the market for an oxygen sleep monitor, then you should definitely consider this one. Wellue has been kind enough to give us an affiliate link with an extra 10% off your purchase, which makes it even cheaper than buying it on Amazon. Just make sure to use the discount coupon code Mike and Maddie when you go to check out from the website store. We'll leave a convenient link in the description of this video if you're interested.
If you enjoyed this video and you want to support us, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. It really helps out our channel. If you have any questions or if you just want to chat with us, you can add us on Instagram and send us a DM. Our info can be found in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and being part of our community. We'll see y'all next time.